So the whole dance of the universe, yin and yang, Shiva Shakti, which is love, is often the coming together and the falling apart, or the coming apart. And it's a sequence, yeah? So it's like a wave. There's up, there's down. And in that coming together and falling apart, we're learning. In the birthing and the dying, we're learning. Yeah? In the recollective of arising of the new and the being broken and taken apart, it's all part of that cycle. We know this. 2 weeks and you'll be wilting. All of us here, 50 years, I don't know how many of us will be here. And yet today we live with no notion of that as a problem. Yeah? And we just simply learn to live life more fully. Not ignoring that, but allow that to humble us. Just like that diagram about how many grandmother, grandfather you got. You're like, well, where's the argument then, really? Yeah? So we keep always coming back to this fight or game of conflict until the game is up. And yet, this is an amazing thing. When that game is up, the next more subtle game come to play. And they get more fine. They call the fake light. You get finer and finer. And all this is based on a fundamental basis of survival instinct that kicks in without us knowing. When we have the war cry of "I'm the victim," it's also like a survival instinct to protect us from being terminated. Yeah? The war cry of the perpetrator is also another movement of trying to be in control and not relinquish control. Yeah? And that plays through how many cycles? Human time. In the highest timeless place, there's no such thing. It all comes to a knot. Yeah, but here, time seems to have a stretch of timeline where we have many experiences of refinement, discernment. Yeah? So even the play globally of the conflict overseas is basically by divine decree, much as it's so painful and one react to it, yeah, and want to get on the white horse of the warrior of truth and right the injustice, and nothing wrong with that. However, we always have to come back to look at our very own work first, because all the battleground out there is in there, including, I talk about fossil fuel and all this. It's in there. It's not just a fight for the greens outside. It's in there, and take generations. Yeah. And who knows, generation is the same old you, just reappearing in another form. Continue to learn the same old lessons. It's a very strange thing, existence. And yet it's very real in this dimension. And yes, we do take it seriously. Why not? Be serious about your commitment. Yeah? But ultimately, to yourself, your truth, which is the truth, beyond my truth, your truth, is the truth. And that's beyond human debate. Each of us has to find that out ourselves. And yet, saboteur is the power of instilling fear in another. The hijacker. And yet, You are both the saboteur and the victim and the creator. So all that is in the basic lessons at this level. Facing fundamental fear, survival instinct is so basic and is so raw in all of it. You'll keep coming up. Amazing. Each of us sitting here right now is that pinnacle on that pyramid of so many struggle, lessons, learning, suffering, whatever you call it. We are the latest pincer point of this. And the accumulation or the maturing of all that experience our great-great-great-grandparents had and keep downloading each generation. We are right now at that pinnacle point. Each of us take that responsibility to move into the next for the love of the next generations yet to be born even. That's what inspired a level of responsibility, a passion to be that. And it can cost you your life, literally, metaphysically. Are you willing to go that deep? Means how much are you willing to face the cost, the risk you take in loving either another or yourself or the whole planet? Yeah. And yet the planet itself is demonstrating the power of love in its resilience and defiance. It knows how to bring back equilibrium that human beings can't do for planet Earth. It's called earthquake, volcano, hurricane. No? It just keep going. No human can do that. It will do that. Shut up. Just a hiccup will all be like all the buildings collapse. So at the end of the day, we all are left with one thing. Are you willing to bow to the mystery? Are you willing, it's not submission to anything, to bow into another depth, to then awaken or realize the deeper truth behind all this saboteur, victim, perpetrator, to know there's a higher plane called creator, creatix, and a higher, and be free from this cycle. So I'm going to demonstrate now, right now. I'm just going to put a pause. I'm going to demonstrate bowing, okay? And see, you can feel that without your mind or your eyes watching, but feel it with the whole body. The profundity of bowing itself is almost like if you bow to the sun enough, one day the sun will bow to you.